G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. Who doesn't love a good jelly, and especially during Christmas? So join me today as I cook my version of a layered coconut and berry jelly. Okay, so I've got a pot on the stove. To that we're going to add in 1.5 cups of lemonade. Any brand will do. Okay, now that's starting to simmer away, to that we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of gelatine. Now if you can't have gelatine itself for some reason, just Google in your local area, you should be able to find an alternative. And we're just going to stir that through. And we're just going to keep on stirring this until it's completely dissolved through. Okay, so once the gelatin is dissolved through, we're going to turn the heat off completely. Then we're going to grab some red or pink food colouring. Just going to put in a few drops. So what we're going to do now is take this completely off the heat and we're going to let it cool down to room temperature. Okay, next I've got a baking dish here. Now I'm choosing this round one because it just makes it look that much better. So with this dish, what I'm going to do is get some cooking spray oil. I'm just going to give it a good grease just on the inside. Now today I'm going to pour in our cooled mixture of lemonade. Okay, now I'm going to place this in the fridge for about a good 45 minutes to completely set. Okay, so I've once again got a pot on the stove on a medium heat. So to that we're going to add in 1/2 cup of water, our sugar, and our coconut cream. And we're going to stir this around until the sugar is completely dissolved and it starts to simmer. Okay, so it's just starting to simmer now. So we're going to grab our tablespoon of gelatine. Just going to evenly spread that over the top. Okay, now we're going to turn off the heat and we're just going to stir through the gelatine until it's completely dissolved through. And once the gelatine has been completely dissolved into the cream, we're going to take this off the heat and let it cool down to room temperature. Okay, so our lemonade layer is now hardened up nicely. So to that we're going to pour in our coconut layer. And we're going to put this back in the fridge for about another 45 minutes to completely set. Okay, now for the final layer, I've got a saucepan here. Now it's not on the heat just yet. To that I'm going to add in our frozen mixed berries. And on top of that I'm just going to add in our sugar. Now I was going to leave this here for about half an hour just to let the berries defrost completely. Okay, now that the berries are defrosted, I've just put the temperature up to a medium. Now we're going to stir this for about 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, a lot of these berries are going to burst and they're going to release their lovely juices. Okay, so while our mixed berries are warming up, I've got 1/2 cup of boiling water. To that we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of gelatine. And we're just going to stir this around until it's completely dissolved. Okay, so it's simmering away now. Now it's been about 5 minutes and all the berries have released their juices. So now we're going to pour in our gelatine mix. And we're going to turn this heat off completely. Okay, now just grab any bowl or a cup. Just going to put a sieve over top and we're just going to sieve the mixture straight through. So in the bowl what I've got left now is the juice. Okay, so we're just going to let this sit here for about half an hour just to completely cool. Okay, now that it's cooled down we're just going to put in our final layer. So just going to pour that on top. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the fridge for about, say, a good 2 hours just to completely set. Okay, so I've just taken this out of the fridge and as you can see it's completely set. Now because we pre-greased this tin, you'll find that it should just quite easily come off the sides just like so. So what we're going to do now is just loosen it up and we're going to invert this onto a plate. Okay, and it's done. And look at that. Personally, I think this looks fantastic too. Now you've got 3 delicious layers. You've got that top layer of lemonade, the middle layer of coconut, and that lovely, lovely berry layer on the bottom. And it kind of looks like a big jelly donut too. It's all wibbly wobbly. Now you're going to serve this up at Christmas as a dessert. It's going to be great with some custard or some condensed milk. But either way, I guarantee this is going to taste simply delish. Thank you for watching this episode of Todd's Kitchen. Please do me a massive favour by giving this video a thumbs up and leave a comment, let me know what you think. Meanwhile, you'll find a list of ingredients down below, as well as links to my Facebook, Twitter and Google Plus pages. Thank you for watching this episode of Todd's Kitchen, and I'll see you next time for another delicious recipe.